Well, today I want to talk to you about accountability partners and how they can supercharge your productivity levels. So it's a very windy, fresh Saturday morning. As always, it's productivity hacks and mindset, which is one of my favourite topics. And today is all about accountability partners. So, what do I mean by an accountability partner? Well, can be pretty much anybody or anything really. Just something that motivates you to hold you accountable. And I use multiple things for this. I think in my experience, I've always been someone that hates the thought of letting somebody down. Rightly or wrongly, sometimes, you have to be prepared to let people down. It's just you can't make everyone happy. But ultimately, I think I'm one of those people that like to try and make people happy. That's just kind of my personality type. But because I understand that, I can use that to harness the ability to be productive. And how this works is, this vlog, for example, it's not a person, but I class it as an accountability partner. So, because I've committed to doing something every day for at least a year, I'll hopefully go longer if the demand dictates, and I'm putting myself out into the social domain, and people who do watch it or believe I'm going to be doing an episode every day. I'm going for a run every day, and I feel that I'll be letting that person or persons down if I don't do it. So it's been really good to harness this. This morning was another one. I had a horrible night's sleep last night. I don't think I actually drifted off until about 3:30. I was up at about 7, so for like 3.5 hours sleep. Feel rough. Got a full-on day today with kids football. I have to ref a match this morning. It's probably the last thing I want to do. And with very little sleep. I've got errands and stuff to run today as well. But the thought of letting people down when they're expecting my vlog episode out, it might just be one person, it could be a few more. Doesn't matter. It's still, in my mind, is enough to force me to come out and do this, which is brilliant for me because it's pushing me to do more. Now, there's lots of other ways you can kind of use an accountability partner. You can go right down the line and look at kind of a lot of people use their family as their why, what they're doing things for. Hello, mate, you right? Not too bad, mate. The best man at my wedding just randomly waited for me to come past while I'm doing this episode, so he'll be on the vlog now, which is good. So I'll tag him in. Oh, that could have been pretty disastrous. This car's coming all over the shop. As everyone's out tonight, this morning. So anyway, I digress. So it could be anyone. It could be your family, which you're normally a big why of why you're. Usually the family is a big motivation for a lot of people. And if you don't do things, you could argue that you're letting your family down. Now, you don't have to be as ruthless as that, as brutal, it might not be the case, but use that to your advantage. The fear of letting your family down, if you're being lazy or not doing what you need to do, or not taking steps forward, it's really, really important. Other people use business partners. Now, business partners are a good one. Be warned with business partners, though. Too many people get into business too quickly and pay the consequences. And, 9 out of 10 businesses fail. And you chuck another person into the mix in a business partnership. And that figure probably goes even higher. So just be mindful of that. So this is a really busy road. Cars hooning past me at crazy speed. I'm just waiting for like a Blair Witch Project style thing where the camera just drops to the floor. If anybody sees this and they haven't found me, I'm somewhere between Willingham and Rampton. So there you go anyway. But so yeah, as I said, business partners are a good one because you're both invested into the goal or vision, or you hope your synergy there is there. But they're really good to hold yourself accountable. Or it could be friends, you know. It doesn't have to be business people. It can just be a friend wanting to help someone out. And say, look, you've committed that you're going to do this. I'm going to help you by holding you accountable. So, and you know, lots of people have got some good friends that are prepared to do that and want to see you improve and better yourself as an individual. So yeah, hope there's some tips there that can kind of help you. You can pay for accountability partners as well, so you can get mentors and coaches, and that's what a lot of people kind of go down. But you don't have to do that. Okay, all you have to do, I mean, the coaching and mentorship side of things, where you get held accountable, is predominantly because you've invested funds, usually money, into something. So it's more the fear of not getting a return which holds you accountable, and the fact that there's probably some loud, assertive coach or mentor thrashing the whip on you, saying, have you done this, have you done this? But if that's what it needs and that's what it takes, then so be it. But you don't have to go down that route. And too many people are out there trying to make money out of holding people accountable. And what I'm doing today is a perfect example. I mean, like I say, it's vlogs free to do. It doesn't cost me anything, but it holds me extremely accountable. And it's just because I don't know how many people really watch this. I know how many views and things I'm getting, but a view could mean 10 seconds of watching one of my clips, or a view could mean, you know, the full episode every single time. But I don't know that level of detail. So as a result, but even if I did, it was, you know, if there was just one person that watches them, and I know, fortunately, I know there's a few more than one person watches these episodes, that's enough to hold me accountable. So I think the question is, to summarise, you need to ask yourself, it all links to what your why is. So start with your why. What do you do for? If it's to earn money, that's not the why. It's normally, you can go delve a bit deeper. It's normally something like support your family or buy a house, or there's some underlying reason which is more emotional. Find an emotional connection to it, because the emotional connection is what will ultimately hold you accountable. So find out what your why is and look at the best way that you can use that why to be held accountable. And if it means having a catch up with your wife or partner or whoever at the end of each day, saying what you've been doing, just in general chit chat, and you know the thought that the sacrifices an entrepreneur that your family makes to allow you to try and crack on and achieve your dreams, you'd feel immensely guilty if you said, oh yeah, I had an easy day today, went and had a coffee, didn't really do a lot, chilled out, you know, because that person's supporting you, expecting you to help deliver your dreams so that they can achieve their dreams. So just a few tips there that you can kind of do it. So always ask your why is number one, and then look at your options. It doesn't have to be a paid coach or mentor. You can use something like social media, broadcast something out there, and ask people to hold you accountable. So you can use strangers, you can use friends, find a good friend who wants to see you better yourself, ask them to hold yourself accountable. Look at what they're doing. Can you share that role? You hold them accountable for their dreams, what they're trying to do, and can they hold you accountable in return? Do you have a business partner? Business partners are really good because, you know, generally they're heavily invested in the vision or whatever you're trying to do. So they're normally a really good one to kind of use, and it's normally very aligned, and a lot of people use business partners. But then you get comfortable with the business partner, and you can create a slippery slope. It's always quite good to be uncomfortable with accountability. So the business partners can work really, really well, but again, it depends on the relationship you have with your business partner. And I've already talked about my concerns about business partners and people getting into partnerships far too easily. So that's another one. And the last one is your family. And there are more, but only you can kind of ask you these questions which give you that information. But family is a really good one. It's a really strong one for me. You know, the support and love that my family have given me to allow me to kind of crack on with the wild and wacky ideas I've had over the years, and many have failed. But I have managed to support them and give them a good life. Not an amazing life, but I'm working on taking it to an amazing life level. should have given them an amazing life of what I've done. But the mistakes I've made have kind of had a conflicting impact on that. So, which I talk about in my Thursday episode, my mistake series. So I hope you find this useful. Really, really try and find your perfect accountability partner. There's no such thing as perfect, but try and get as close to it as possible. And watch your results skyrocket. And don't shirk it. Accountability is giving evidence or explaining in detail what you've done and where you're up to. Don't be afraid to get a bit of a butt whooping at times to time. That's what accountability partners are there to do. And the best ones will do that, but not do it all the time. They'll get the balance right. And they also understand that you can't be super productive every single minute of every single day. It doesn't work that way. Productivity doesn't work that way. But just follow the slight edge methodology. You know, if you just take those little simple things that move you towards your end goal every day and just progress them. Little teeny tiny things that are easy to do, just as easy not to do. And the compounding impact of that, by doing them every day, will fast track you to where you want to go. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. As always, any questions, drop me a comment. I'll respond to everyone. If it's a bigger question, I'll do a separate episode and tag you in. If you think someone's going to get value out of this, please share it, or just tag the person in, or simply just give it some engagement and like. Will certainly stretch the engagement, which would be most appreciated. If it's not for you, absolutely fine. Just unfriend, unfollow me, and you won't get your feeds cluttered up. But do check out my Facebook group, Runpreneur, my YouTube channel. Just search for Runpreneur Kevin Britton, and I do all my content is catalogued by topic, so there might be stuff you want to dip in and out of on an ad hoc basis. Also have a look at my other platforms. I'm starting to do unique content on each platform now, so hopefully there'll be something for everybody, or everybody in my target market out there somewhere. So that's pretty much it for me. As always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll speak to you tomorrow when I'll do a longer run. So as I'm building up my training to my world record attempt on October the 4th. So pretty much it. See you tomorrow.